I love video games. I would even say that I live and breathe it. It has always been a constant in my life. And I didn't start with games that boasted lifelike graphics and smooth gameplay. No. As a kid, I started with the cult classics. Super Mario, Donkey Kong, Final Fantasy, Legend of Zelda, Pokemon, and so much more. These games served as the foundation of what games are today. And I loved every moment of it, smashing buttons on a controller, immersing myself into the world of the game. I suppose you could call it a hobby. I would even go as far as calling it my passion. Others would call it an obsession or an addiction, but they don't understand. They don't know the feeling I get every time I turn on a console and play a game. There's always something new, something fresh and exciting. It's never the same experience. One moment you're in a dungeon fighting dragons and demons while trying to save a beautiful princess. The next, you're in space, defending the Earth from an alien armada bent on enslaving the human race. I could be anything I want to be. From a knight to a detective to a monster hunter or a soldier. I live every dream and every fantasy through these games. It gives me power, control. That's the real reason why I love video games. It gives me an unlimited amount of options, never feeling limited or restricted. But sometimes I remind myself not to be imprisoned in the game world. Truth is, this happens, and it has caused multiple mental, psychological, and physical problems on people. Some people don't eat or sleep because of a video game. And even the content of video games could be harmful to one's mind. Excessive violence, nudity, and crass language. These are but a few of the things that influence real people and their actions outside of the game. I, being a smart gamer, know how to differentiate what is real from what is fake, what is helpful from what is harmful. So yes, play the game, enjoy and immerse yourself in it, but don't let video games dictate the way you act and think. Don't be a prisoner of this digital dreamscape.
The internet has been a central part of my busy life. I spend an equivalent of a full-time work week on it, using it to look for the right and relevant information for my researches, for my amusement, and for myself to keep updated. In the internet are all good stuff. Once you get lost, you'll find clickbaits of poorly written and maintained blogs, bogus news websites, some websites that redirect you to another random website with inappropriate, unwanted, and sexualized content such as racist advertisements, pornographic materials, and images and videos that portrays violence and brutality. And to tell you, this happens to me a lot. But then, as I grew older and more matured, I came to realize that these things won't influence me and my behavior if I don't let them to. Also, some of the subjects I'm taking in the university taught me, either directly or indirectly, how to handle contents of the web that can possibly affect my whole being. In other words, this taught me media literacy. Because of these things, I was able to resist the pressure that these harmful contents of the internet web is pressing on me. I got to weigh the logic and credibility of the things that I read, and I became more responsible in using the internet to prevent myself from seeing and reading unwanted stuff. I am not saying that each one of us should learn media literacy from whatever school or university to be able to use the web responsibly. It's all about having the initiative within oneself to protect yourself from the harms and effects of these inappropriate contents of the web. The internet web is one of the best innovations that occurred in human history, since it allows us to deliver information quickly and to connect with each other from each sides of the world. But since it isn't all good, and because it contains harmful effects that could affect one's behavior, we must learn how to use it responsibly.
Just like any other teen, I was, and still am, hooked to social media. My life basically revolved around it. Twitter became my breakfast, Instagram was for lunch, Snapchat served for merienda, and Facebook for dinner. And the cycle went on and on. Growing up, I've been fed with tons of information by social media. Given that I am hooked to it, I became gullible. Gullible in the sense that I would literally believe every single thing I would see in the internet. I was easily manipulated, and false ideas were downright injected into my brain. I became trapped in the made-up world of social media, constantly letting other people get into me without me even realizing that what they could be feeding me was not real or wasn't true. That was it. That was my life. Not until majors came and I was immersed into the course Understanding Media and its content. Throughout 5 weeks of constant readings, videos, and lessons, I've slowly started to realize that I shouldn't just let others manipulate my thinking and the information that enter me. Understanding media may be one heck of a course, but I must admit, it has taught me to be media literate. I realized that I shouldn't believe everything that I see on the internet, as the internet can be loaded with people who have nothing to do but make up stories and inject information that are not true in any sense. Because of this course, I've started to slowly change my ways. I would now double-check everything before actually believing it was true. I would open countless sites just to make sure that I was not another victim of these people who have every intention of fooling others. I would only trust certain sites so as to make sure that I am loaded with the correct information. Now, I filter whatever information I encounter and make sure that what is only true and relevant are the ones that I take in and absorb. Being part of the millennial age, which most are addicted to social media, it pays to be media literate. Being media literate does not only mean being able to filter out information, but rather it means being able to protect yourself from being fully drowned in information and in thoughts of others that are shallowly made and stated out without being thoroughly checked. Being media literate in social media saves you from becoming gullible and a victim of posts that makes no sense at all. Being media literate goes beyond that too. You, yourself, become fully aware of the words and information that not only enter you, but also of those that you blurt out and speak about. Now, I am more careful when it comes to social media, as it can be easily seen by a lot and can even be taken against me if I am not careful. We, the young people, are prone to having no chill at all when ranting out and posting our thoughts in social media accounts. We must remember how easy our thoughts and posts can easily be changed and edited, which is why we should all be media literate.